Hello, 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 and good day to everyone. My name is SonjaMarie with Wordlife Astrology, here to give you some weekly astrology information for the week of July 20th, 2026. I pray that all of you are doing very, very well out there here on YouTube and everybody over on IG. Miss Brenda just came in waving hello to you, my Pisces sister, and my sweet, sweet village member. I'm so happy to be in community with you. And all the rest of our sisters. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. I'm going to take my time today, so I'm going to allow some folks to get their notifications and drop on in here. And if you are coming in, prepare to either stay as long as you can or come back and see the recording. Thank you. I need that love, Miss Brenda. Right back to you. Or come back for the recording on here on YouTube at Sonia Marie's Word Life Astrology page. Okay, on YouTube at Sonia Marie's Word Life Astrology page. Listen, you're going to want to see this particular broadcast, and I want to make sure that you are comfortable. I want to make sure that all things are around you, like you got your tea, you got your water, you sitting comfy, you in your office, ain't nobody bothering you. I got some little chai tea here, so I'm about to get pumped up and share with you what has been downloading to me over the last literal 14 to 16 hours, y'all. Yep, even in my sleep. We need to talk about some things, and I want to take my time in doing so. So I'm gonna wait for a few people to come on in. Per usual, I have a few announcements and some absolute waves of gratitude and thanks for those that came out last night to the Del Monte Speakeasy in Venice. It was a blast. It was really, really a blast. We shared some new information, or I should say, some new material. Which from my perspective, excuse me, was still working itself out. However, some never, it felt good. It felt good to get it out and share it with everybody. I'm so, so grateful that you were able to come out and enjoy and tune in and support live music, support artists who are doing their thing. It's very, very interesting. And I'm going to squirrel out and then I'll come back. We were talking about this, a friend of mine just now via voice memos, about how people don't come out in Los Angeles too much. Specifically, I can't speak for every city, but definitely LA. And I absolutely chalk it up to the fact that LA is such a huge ass city and county. It's like 35 cities, excuse me, in one huge ass Los Angeles county. So it's really big to get around and plan your day. And I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. I understand it wholeheartedly, but at the same time, it's really hard to make a living as a creative, as somebody who wants to share information that's on your heart, if it's not on this weird ass worldwide webby thingy. You know what I mean? So I really, really, really do send gratitude and thanks for those that get up out of their bed, out of their homes, and come and support. We had such a great time. It was such a wonder and a joy to see the village that was tapped in via WhatsApp. I want to give a special shout out to them. If you are in my village, or I should say, if you want to be in my village, you should join us. They do get special perks because it's my village. It's our community. There's a group of sisters that continue to pour into each other, not me just into them into me. And we do special things every now and again. So hit me up on my website at wordlifeastrology.com/village. It's $44 a month. We talk astrology bi-monthly. We talk spirituality. We get into each other's lives, so to speak, maybe, and really encourage one another and have little perks like you're able to see my show. Because one of the sisters, thank you, Jessica, was able to video for everybody, a live video on WhatsApp, and it was pretty cool. It was really, really cool. And I was incredibly thankful for that. So thank y'all for joining in. And I woke up incredibly overwhelmed with joy, enthusiasm, and generosity. So I also thought about extending another reading special to you all. And it all ties into what we're talking about this week. So get ready. Again, if you are just coming in, this is the one you want to save. This rundown is going to be the one you want to remember. We're going to touch into a bunch of good stuff and stuff in which I am able, like I do my best to, able to show you how to navigate this good stuff throughout the week. Okay, we'll get there when we get there. However, you're gonna want to stick around, or at the very least, come on back to YouTube at Sonia Marie's Word Life Astrology page. In any case, as I was saying, I want to extend a reading special. Again, $177 for an hour, for 60 minutes. Please reach out to me at my Gmail address, wordlifeastrology@gmail.com. Wordlifeastrology@gmail. Listen, I'm also extending the fact that you can do this particular reading special with a friend, with a husband, with a girlfriend, whoever you want. You can split the 177. I give you 31 person 30 minutes, another person 30 minutes. And they both need to be present for sure. I'm not going to read you if you're not present, okay? But get on this special, especially because of the information that we're going to talk about that's happening this week. This week is a corner changing, turning kind of week. And I mean that with everything inside me, but it's up to you. And I also mean that just as equally important, we'll get to that. Jump on that special. Please email me. How long is it going to last? I think I'm going to extend it. What's today? I think I'm going to extend it for like a month throughout August and to the later part of the month. It'll be located on the link in which you will receive if you are serious about getting the reading, but definitely within the month. 177 for 70 for 60. 177 for 60 minutes. Okay. Please jump on this special, y'all, because I want to show and share with y'all how these important aspects are about to affect everybody in this weekly rundown today, but also most specifically in your chart. And also because they're bullies like that. Spirit brings through your ancestors and your guides, and they have conversations and questions and things that they want to talk about as well. So come on through. Invest in yourself. Share with your girl. Share with everyone this new you that is emerging. Are y'all ready? I think I'm going to switch over to TikTok maybe. If nobody comes into IG, I'm going to switch over to TikTok because people don't normally come on IG on lives any longer. So, what should I do? In any case, let me keep my announcements going. Jump on that thing, okay? This kind of segues into something else in my mind anyway. And thank you for taking the time to listen because I am going to take my time today. Um, Let me give you a little backstory. I am a Cancer sun with a Leo moon, a Leo Venus, and a Leo rising, and a whole lot of other Cancer planets and Libra planets and stuff. But here's those that Leo energy is very prominent in my chart, and I'm saying this as an educational tool, but I'm also saying this to lean into something, a point, and a question that I have for you all. A lot of times, Leo energy can present very proud like, and also in a space in which you think that that person has got it all. You think that that person doesn't need your help because Leo's energy is very forcefully stubborn. It's a fire stubborn sign, which means that its energy looks like I got it together. I don't need you. I'm stubborn in my shit, even if that Leo energy never says a word. I want you to understand that. That's why you need to check on your strong friends, as we used to say that was trending some years ago, but it's still trending. But it also applies specifically for people, since you're astrology students on here and budding to be so, specifically applies to Leo people and Leo energy. Greetings to you all. I'm going to say hello in a minute. right? So I say all that to say is I need help, y'all. Because a lot of people come to me and say, "Oh, I thought you had a manager. I thought you had a publicist. I thought you had promotions. I thought you had a record deal. I thought you had this. I didn't think you needed anyone to assist you. I didn't think you needed somebody to check up on you." And it's oh so wrong. And 90% of the time, I do need people to check up on me. But that's another conversation emotionally. I'm speaking today from a professional standpoint. If you have it in your heart and are serious to assist your girl, I would like to expand what it is that I do, and I would like your help. Specifically, I want to get into some festivals. I want to get in to see a larger audience. I want to be able to not necessarily have a social media manager, but somebody that can help me navigate social media a little bit differently. No, I don't have a lot of money in this moment in time to assist with those things. But at the same time, I'm putting this out there because I never do this because of that Leo energy. Yeah. So I'm putting myself out there vulnerably and naked in the wind to say, if you know a guy that knows a girl that knows a guy that knows a chick that can help this particular chick, I'd appreciate that. And if you are serious with a good heart, don't play with my heart and don't play games, please. If you are serious, please contact the sister at wordlifeastrology.com. Wordlifeastrology at gmail.com. Wordlifeastrology at gmail.com. Because as I was driving home yesterday and speaking with my son as well, I noticed I was so appreciative of the people that came, but I also noticed that I'm asking the same people to come, and I need to kind of get out there. And sometimes you get caught in a catch 22. You don't have the money to do the thing to make, or I should say, pay for the people to help you, so you stay stuck in a space. However, good people are good people. Squirrel. And by the way, as an example, I'm taking my time today, so I'm hoping y'all can stay with me. We get into this juicy ass rundown in about 3 minutes. Trust me when I tell you, y'all gonna want to hear this one. Um, I am going to do free bricks, not once, but twice in two different festivals in the fall. You know why? Because I submitted my information to this one solo festival called Unerasable. And then also the Santa Monica Playhouse asked me to come back. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. This is explaining why I am who I am and why I'm asking you for assistance, right? And why this is about to segue into what I'm going to talk about, because I'm using myself as an example. So I said, gosh darn, did you know that Solo Fest asks you to invest monetarily most of the time? It's not us getting money at the door or they're paying me to come to their theater. No, 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 no. You invest. You give the theater money to put on your own art. Ain't that some backwards bullshit? You go to other countries, and I mean, I understand they got to keep the lights on. It's not bullshit, but it seems backwards because there's no other person or organization that's funding them to support the arts, you dig? And other countries do just that. So the bottom line is, I'm thinking, oh, I can't do this unerasable thing. I need to, I need to invest in my own shit. I tell a sweet, sweet friend of mine who will remain anonymous because I don't know if she wants me to put her out there like that. Hey, is this normal? She's in the solo fest world. And she goes, girl, I had to put in $1,000 for an off-Broadway show. I said, say what? Wow, wow, and wow. And she said, and with that in mind, I will sponsor one of your shows when and if you do accept that invitation. There are good people in the world. And in that moment, I said to myself, I'm going to start asking for help. I didn't ask her for that help. She absolutely voluntarily gave it to me. But again, I'm using myself as an example, not to brag or boast, y'all. There's a point to me rambling on about this. But I said to myself, there's something to asking and opening up just a little bit more to expand to where it is you want to go. Because even with this Leo energy, Sonja, and people read you and perceive you wrong, there's something that I'm doing too that I'm responsible for that makes me look like I got it all. You understand? And I don't need your help because why? I don't ask. So I'm asking if you know someone that can assist me in getting me into festivals and sharing what it is that I do, astrologically, musically, poetically, to more people, white, black, gay, straight, I don't care who they are, as long as they're good hearted folks. I would love to lend my art to them. And that segues into this week. Okay, that segues, and thank you in advance, by the way. That segues into this week. And before I do that, let me do like a Robinson, what you call that? Mr. Robinson's neighborhood roll call. Foxy Copper Fox is here. What's happening, sweet lady? Camille is here. Hey, honey bun. Ella425, greetings to you. Medea, let's talk about this thing. Let's get this thing going. I got some information for you in which I saw you post, and I low-key talked about it, but we're going to get into it a little bit more today. Miss Catrice is here. Did you see the show last night? You enjoyed it, my village sister. April is here. Hello. And Angela Purdue is an absolute honorary village member, that's for sure. In my mind's eye, because you're always in the place. Hello, honey. I am the creative juice. You got the juice now. Cherie and Bali. Hi, Cherie. How are you? I'm so glad you all are here hanging out with a sister, and waving to the one person that's here on Instagram. If you want to come over to YouTube, because I might shut Instagram down in a minute, the Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology page, I'd appreciate it. And by the way, today I'm unapologetically black. I just wanted to make that known. Let's talk about this week and how dope it is. Now, to the few village members that are here, Miss Catrice, I know D Stokes will be rolling in when she does. April's absolutely an honorary village member, but you haven't heard me talk about this in it in full explanation, except for the village. And I'm going to give you a roundabout today. But there is a bunch of astrologers going around talking about this configuration called the Barbault basket. The Barbault basket. Medea knows what I'm talking about. The Barbault basket. I'm saying it over and over so I can get it right in my mouth, okay? That's happening between July 19th and July 21st. Now, pause. I want to express the rebel in me and that slightly stubborn nature that I have. I don't necessarily like titles. So I will never ever refer to something as what everybody else is referring to it, except for today. Okay? Please know that. Why? It's just who I am. I really believe that titles and fixation on who you want to be identified and what it needs to be identified at is very constricting, and it's almost way too weirdly overly marketing type of situation in which God has extended to anybody, and anybody can put any name on it as long as you get the message. Does that make sense to anybody? Does that make sense to anybody but me? I know I'm a rebel. I got the sun in the 11th. Oftentimes I act like an Aquarius in my own weird kind of way. That's the sun being in the 11th. But it pains me sometimes to follow trends. It pains me sometimes to reiterate what other people have claimed to be a title and stuff like that. Why? Because it's information for everybody. You just want to market the shit so the information and the attention can go back to you. I'm over it. But at the same time, I'm in a business for it. So you understand my conundrum and my need to get some help. Anyway, the bottom line, I got see a couple of Y's up here. Y'all know what I'm talking about. My peoples knows what I'm talking about. So today is the only day I'm going to refer to that. But do you remember, village and the people that come on here, thank you, every Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, that we talked about this configuration, the Barbault basket. It has to do with Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto, and Neptune all being at 4 degrees in a particular sign. It's a heavy deal, y'all. It's a big deal, y'all. And it will not happen again with these big heavy hitters. Why? Is it a heavy hitter type of situation? I'm going to take my time today and you're going to get a little education. So stick around and get it the way I explain it, and also get it in how other people are explaining it too. Because when you get different perspectives, it helps to make you understand a situation a little bit better. So I ain't mad at it. But here's Sonja's go on it, okay? The reason is because, first of all, Jupiter, Uranus, and Neptune and Pluto, they move really slowly, y'all. And it's really difficult to get them all at the same configuration. So that means there's two that's in 4 degrees that are opposite each other, and then there's two that's like a sextile, which is 60 degrees from one another. But they're all 4 degrees. That never really happens. And even though the 19th, I'm teaching y'all something. The 19th, the 20th, and the 21st is the days in which they will be at a 4 degree configuration, right? It will still last. This information I'm about to tell you will still last for the next week. For the next week, week and a half, damn near. Why? Because I just said they move really, really slowly. And as long as those four planets are within 5 degrees of each other, you're going to feel the same kind of magic that's been activated on these 3 days, the 19th, the 20th, and the 21st. Are y'all with me so far? Give me a yes, yes, y'all. Give me some thumbs up. Get some hearts going. I need to understand, and to know rather, that you are in understanding and an alignment with me step by step on this, because this type of aspect and configuration could literally change your whole entire life. And I don't say that shit lightly. I'm not that chick. I'm not her. Oh my gosh, everything is going to fall in alignment and things are going to be rosy. That ain't me. I'm not no spiritual plastic motherfucker. That's not Sonja. But this is a big deal. And again, we touched on this about 2 weeks ago. If not last week, it was the week before that here on the weekly rundown. And the village already knows. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, Melissa Copper Fox. Hey, Bree, thank you for being on in here and understanding what we're about to talk about in the extended version of such. Now, what's so interesting about this week is that the moon being emotion, because we talk about the moon all the time. The moon being in a particular emotion will either affect it in a harmonious way, this Barbault basket, or affect it in a way in which we got to get right and tight. That's why I'm here to share with you, because a lot of people will tell you about this wonderful, magnificent alignment and aspect that's happening. Jupiter, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto all at 4 degrees in their particular sign, right? They'll tell you, but they will not share with you. Some of them may, I don't know what everybody's doing, but some of them may not share with you the exact emotional fluctuation that's happening through these weeks that could affect this basket. I'm just going to call it that, because that Barbault shit I can't get right now. The basket and how it's changed, how it's affecting us, the emotion, they will not share with you. Let me say that again. They will not share you the emotional makeup of how this basket is falling into your life. And I need to share that with you. I need to get more specific with you, because again, this will change your life. Why? We're going to get to Monday and we're going to break it down. But let me tell you why. Because Jupiter, 4 degrees Leo, deals with the expansion of things. Let me go backwards. Let me start all over. Pretend I didn't say that. Take two. Let's start with Neptune. Neptune at 4 degrees Aries deals with intuition, deals with the information, deals with the downloads that are coming, that type of information from your ancestors, from your guides. Neptune deals with your dream times. Neptune deals with your subconscious and all the things that's stirring within. When it's in the vibration of Aries, it's coming in hot and fast. Can I get a yes, yes, y'all, to anybody that feels like their intuition is on fire per Aries right now? The intuitive hits that are hitting you, the ideas that are coming, the risk that you want to take. Oh, I could do this. Oh, I could do that. Oh, I can go here. I'm not saying you moving yet. Okay. Listen to where I'm going. This is an internal conversation. Don't jump the gun. Go bit by bit, moment by moment with me, because I want y'all to get this. Like I want y'all to get this. I really do. Y'all with me? All right, my dear, let's go. So that Neptune at 4 degrees Aries is saying, I want to risk all the information that's coming to me right now because I know I can do it. I'm born like that. And my grandfather in my dreams told me I can do that. Boom, y'all got Neptune's position. Pluto says in 4 degrees Aquarius, well, going retrograde, by the way, going retrograde. We cannot discount that. Pluto says, well, if you're going to take those intuitive hits in this moment in time, there's still some things that you're cleaning out, baby bubble. There's still some things that need to be transformed as you are getting the hits, which means there's some things that you are going to have to let go about yourself, about where you thought that you was going in your future, about who you thought you were, not necessarily your identity, but about your weird self, about your innovative self. Maybe you thought you was going to be X, Y, and Z, but there's a deeper weirdo in you. Or maybe there's a need to pivot and discover somebody else. Or maybe there's a need for you to extend what it is Neptune is telling you through spirit to the community. The community needs to hear what you're saying. You think this innovative idea that you've been sitting on was transformative because it made you hot and heavy and passionate about some things. Pluto and Aquarius going retro was like, but how can you give that to the world? But how can you help the babies in South Central with that same idea? But how can you get up off of your feet and your bottom and say to yourself, like, for real, this is not just for me. I want to change a situation that will help people in the future. Does that make sense to everybody? Are these Neptunian hits that are coming to you just solely for you because you want to look fly? Or are these Neptunian hits coming to you because Pluto is nudging you going, yeah, let's do that for the folks. Let's do that for the people. Y'all hear where I'm going? And because it's going retrograde, it's asking you to review in real time. It's asking you to catch yourself in real time. Y'all following me? Yes, y'all. I need y'all to be in communication with me today because it's a lot of information and I want you to get it. So please respond to me. Yes, y'all. Some hearts, let me know. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you, y'all. Only day I'm really going to be heavy on this because I want you to get it. So who else comes in the mix? Uranus comes in the mix, right, Village? Uranus comes in the mix in Gemini. Y'all notice something? Aries, Neptune, Pluto is in Aquarius, Uranus is in Gemini. They like each other. We said this already, but I'm giving you an extended version because it's happening right now. Okay. And I'm going to tell you how in detail it affects this whole week in a minute for those who are just tuning in. It's necessary that you listen to this entire thing. Even if you can't in this moment in time, come back to YouTube at Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology page. Trust me, this is a game changer. Okay. So then we have Uranus and Gemini saying, first of all, bitch, we can do all the things. Uranus has the information that's coming through Neptune, the inspiration. Pluto saying, okay, we gotta transform and give it to the people. We got to be a little bit more weird. We got to be a little bit more innovative. And then Uranus goes, I can do all the things in Gemini because Uranus and Gemini services plenty, not just community. When I say plenty, like plenty ideas, different ones. That's why this idea of being hyphenated, this idea of being all the things have become more popular today, especially since Uranus went into Gemini, than what it was, let's say 10, 20 years ago. Remember, Uranus moves slowly. So these generational planets are controlling how the world sees the world. So with Uranus going into Gemini and saying we can be multi-hyphenated, we can sing, we can dance, we can act, we can bring in the community, we can do a festival. Festival Listen to the beginning of this if y'all want to know what that's all about. Get me on the festivals, right? We can do the festivals. We can do all the things, Uranus and Gemini, and still adhere to the information that's necessary. Let me say that twisted in a different way. Utilize the information necessary to do the things. That sounds better. You get what I'm saying? Meaning that there's a moment in which we may think, right? I need to discover something new in order to do what this basket is telling us to do, in order to utilize this expansion that's happening for me, in order to utilize the downloads that are coming. Uranus and Gemini is going, no, you don't. First of all, because information is information. It's always been here. Y'all get my poetry? Do y'all get my poetry? Talk to me. Do you get my poetry? Like the elders used to say, ain't nothing new under the sun, baby. I don't give a fuck if we got AI. I don't give a fuck if we got the World Wide Web expanding everything on technology. There's nothing new under the sun. So thank you, Sincere. Thank you. So you know that you have the information necessary to utilize. Thank you, Disney Chick 66. We have the information necessary, right, to already tap into this basket that's coming for us. And if you're late, I'll run it back. Neptune getting the intuitive hits. Pluto saying, but you got to transform. It can't only be for you. It got to be for everybody, the community, the world on in. Uranus going, oh, and I can do all the things, multi-hyphenated in a particular kind of way, utilizing the information I already have. Just switch up the perspective, switch up the names, reach out to your people, tell people I need help. Hello, is this thing on? I need help. Please, I'm a dope ass poet. I'm a dope ass performer and astrologer. I need help. I'm just speaking from my story, but I'm speaking for you too, right? I need help. That's what Gemini says. Gemini talks. Gemini says, listen, come on. You creating a festival? Sincere? Let me be on that shit. Hit me up. Wordlifeastrology@gmail.com. Come on, let's get it together. Right? Gemini talks. Gemini says, I'm the master communicator. I'm going to make a deal out of a deal out of a deal. I'm going to make a way. Utilizing the information and all the things. And by the way, because it's Uranus, this is the beautiful part about it. It's a switch up, y'all. It's a pivot surprise. Meaning that the information can come to you in a surprise. Meaning that you can be flipping through your book and find an old telephone number and go, I wonder what happened to Mr. Johnson. Let me get a call. Let me call him real quick. Hey, Mr. Johnson, what's up? Hey, how y'all doing out there? I just got all this land and I was wondering how to utilize this thing. What y'all doing out there in LA? Well, Mr. Johnson Sincere wants to put on a festival, goddammit. Let's get it popping. Y'all see what I'm saying? Surprise, instant. Uranus is about a pivot. It's about no real time to think. We don't have time to think with this inspiration coming through Neptune. With Pluto going, okay, I need you to transform some things, empty some shit out of yourself, get up off your high horse and invite the people to come with you. With Uranus going, all right, let me utilize the information and switch. But here's the game changer. That fourth planet that's in 4 degrees, Leo, is Jupiter. Y'all want me to spin around in this gosh dang on shit, especially so you can see what Miko did to the back of my hair. Ow. Anyway, 4 degrees Leo hitting up this 4 degrees Uranus Gemini, 4 degrees Pluto in Aquarius, 4 degrees Neptune in Aries, going, wait. Jupiter says, wait, hold on, y'all doing what? It's almost like, check it out, right? The Skittles, Melissa, but here's a good visual for y'all. It's almost like Jupiter peeked in the room where Uranus and Pluto and Neptune and was like, what y'all doing? Y'all good? Oh, y'all got some innovations going on? Y'all surprising motherfuckers with some miracles and some switch ups? What? Y'all transforming lives? Y'all trying to be different? Jupiter says, well, let me on in here with his big ass. Jupiter is huge. Jupiter is huge. It's magnanimous. It's generous. It brings opportunities. And being that it's in Leo, it brings generosity. Jupiter in Leo says, I want to help people. I want to help people because it does my heart good. I want to be out in the world. I want to look fly as shit because if I'm fly as shit, by default, you going to be fly as shit. Right, Camille? Jupiter says, I want in. I'm so glad you saw that visual. Jupiter's like, I'm trying to get in on this bet. What's up with that? Jupiter brings opportunities. Jupiter brings positivity. Jupiter brings expansion. Jupiter says, whatever y'all do, I'm going to put it on steroids. Do y'all know why I'm so goddamn excited about this time right now? And do you know why I'm going to take my time? As long as you can stay, please do so, to go step by step of each day, the 19th through the 20th specifically, but throughout the week, to see how this particular I said I wasn't going to say that, basket is being handled. Are y'all ready? Tell me you're ready and I'll go. Tell me you're ready and I'll go. This is important. And like I said, this is not just for this week. Join the village and you will learn more about astrology at wordlifeastrology.com/village. Twice a month we meet for $44 a month. Also, I'm throwing out there a nice little special that's lasting for a month. If you want to get a reading specifically how this basket is hitting your life, hit Sonja up at wordlifeastrology@gmail and I'll send you the link to sign up. $177 for an hour read. You can share it with another person, okay? You can share it with somebody else, but I want y'all to get this information that pertains to you specifically. Go. Y'all want to go? Let's go, Miss Irene. Let's go. Hit me up, wordlifeastrology@gmail.com. I'm very serious about this, okay? As you can tell. Listen, this is how it's going down. We starting off Monday at 37 minutes and 16 seconds. Right? Monday. Remember I said, pay attention to the emotional aspects of each day. Why? Because astrology works in concert, y'all. It's not just about, oh, this basket is happening. It's not just about, oh, this eclipse is happening. It's not just about, oh, this full moon is happening. No. How's that shit affecting you, for one? How is that affecting the people around you, for two? How is that messing with your money? How is that messing with your solar return chart, progress chart? It goes on and on and on and on. Transit chart, on and on and on. So I come on here not for my health. I come on here to speak these specifics so y'all can get it sort of maybe in a little bit more detailed, knowledgeable way of understanding general astrology that other astrologers just likes to throw out there and leave it up for you to ascertain in your own way. Get a reading from me. Yeah, it's really from you because your ancestors are helping me. Get a reading from me and we'll get even more specific. Monday is really starting right now. Monday, today, that moon, remember the moon deals with emotions, is in Libra. Now, when Libra moon is aspecting another planet harmoniously, it brings out the charm. Harmonious is a trine or a sextile. So when the moon is trining something or sextiling something, it brings out the charm. It brings out the better part of that moon in Libra. The moon in Libra is basically feeling like a Libra kind of energy, feeling fair, feeling justice-like, feeling like including your partner, feeling like being a mediator, feeling like rooting for the underdog, feeling like being able to ascertain reality versus what it is my heart is saying. Libra has a very good way of doing that, especially when it's in the moon. Is this mine or is this yours? Kind of feeling. right? But when it's not harmonious, and I want you to pay attention, it gets a little weird, it gets a little cynical, and there's a lot of not harmonious aspects for the next couple of days that's hitting this basket that I need to inform you of, because I don't want you to be like, I feel the basket, but goddamn, where's the switch? That's very cynical, and that's very Moon and Libra type situation. So let's go. Today, Monday, the first thing that's happening with that Moon and Libra, here's where the first basket kicks off, right? Well, actually, it kicked off yesterday because, again, remember, it's 19th, the basket, 19th, 20th, and the 21st, right? But let's talk about today because I don't want to bring up tomorrow. We're in right now, right? The first one for today, the 20th, is Jupiter is trining Neptune. Do y'all remember what I said about Jupiter? And do you remember what I said about Neptune? Clearly, Jupiter is about expansion, and simply, Neptune is about hearing your people, hearing these downloads, hearing your dream times, hearing these inspirations that you get, leaning into your escapisms. Is there anybody out there that feels extra, in quotes, lazy today? And I mean that in the best way. Oftentimes the word lazy gets such a negative connotation, when in actuality, we need to be lazy at times because we need to allow, we need to receive, we need to see the downloads, we need to be porous. And the only way in which we can receive information and be receptive is to be lazy, is to lay back and receive it. If I say that word one more time, I'm gonna knock my toe. You understand what I mean? But the bottom line is that Jupiter is expanding everything we're receiving, expansion in the subconscious realm and what spirit has for you. Has anybody felt that today? Like, for real, talk to me and talk to each other. I employ that. Please. Hi, Angelique. How you doing? Now, here's the Moon in Libra harmoniously hitting up Mars. And I need y'all to pay attention to this because this is not going to happen for the next few days. With the Moon being in Libra, trining up Mars in Gemini, it's saying whatever you feel to be right and realistic in this moment, per Jupiter and Neptune doing a dance and being expanded in your imagination and what spirit is giving you. I need you to move on that. I need you to move on that. Mars's movement. I need you to be motivated. I need you to say, I'm going to take this and I'm going to run. Now, I didn't say run to the fucking finish line. Did y'all hear me? Is this thing on? I didn't say run to the finish line. I said, just pick up something, an idea, a conversation, a thought. I'm saying pick up some information, thumb through old journals, Mercury retrograde, thumb through old journals to get inspired, thumb through old notebooks and old date books or whatever, and find an old friend. Oh, wow, remember Mr. Johnson. You understand? Where's he at? You get what I'm saying? And move on it. Because the Moon in Libra says we need people. We need collaborations. We need partnerships. I need help. I need a partner to come in and assist me for where I lack. Squirrel. And again, going back on myself because I'm my own best example, I am one talented motherfucker. I know that all day, like I know my gosh darn name. I've known that since I was signed to LaFace Records, probably a little bit even before that. But I do know that I'm not the best at marketing. I do know that I need an engine behind me. I do know that I need some goddamn coins. And sometimes people make money and don't know how to spend it. I know how to spend it if you give me your money. So the bottom line is the fact that we need collaborators without the ego. Because oftentimes people that have the money, again, using myself as an example for your life, those people that have the money, they want to be the talent too. That's not how we work in community. I'm about to go off on a download and I can't because I have way too much information to share. But that's not how we work in community, y'all. Community members know their place. There are leaders, There are gardeners. There are people that take care of the children. There are people that cook. There are people that greet the people on the land. You understand what I'm saying? There are bookkeepers. The bookkeeper ain't trying to sing. The singer ain't trying to watch your kids. You understand what I'm saying? We are going into a world where community is paramount. I mean, expansively paramount. We're in the age of Aquarius. We are 26 years into the age of Aquarius. We are babies in this idea of community because it has to last what? Another 1,000 years, the age does. So we are literal infantile thoughts, embryos right now when it comes to the age of Aquarius. Are y'all hearing me? Please put up some hearts and let me know y'all paying attention. Something. I need y'all, I need to know. So today we get that idea of collaborators, the moon in Aquarius, aspecting, thank you, I appreciate you, Medea. Aspecting Mars is saying move on it, get it in motion before the rest of the week starts to come and puts a gray cloud over shit. All right. The idea today, put it in motion, a phone call. I didn't say go to the finish line. Something small will do, but do something in the light of these downloads and inspirations that's coming to you, even if it's write it down. Okay? Okay, I'm gonna leave that because I feel like I'm going into Cancer mommy mode. Again, today, Monday, that moon in Libra, check it out. It squares up Mercury retrograde. Interesting. Don't discount further review of the things that you thought of. Oh, let me say that again. Don't discount the further review of the things you thought you knew. Emotional purge is happening to get your mind clear right now. Should I say that again? Because oftentimes people will misconstrue the need to cry. Mercury retrograde is in Cancer, emotional. Sometimes, excuse me for burping, sometimes people will misconstrue the need to cry as depression or desperation or a neediness or a sadness and a heaviness. Does that make sense? Have you heard me say this before? Sometimes we need to review Mercury retrograde, Cancer, what's in our mind, what has saddened us, what has held us to the past. Sometimes we need to take account of that. What's up, D Stokes? I love you, baby. And thank you again with your big, loving, generous heart. I appreciate you, sister. Sometimes we need to review the things that have held us back emotionally in order to move through this basket, in order to move forward. But check it out, that moon in Libra, being that it's a square to that Mercury retrograde, don't want to do that. Don't want to do that. So again, one can be very, very cynical about why the fuck am I crying? Get it together. We're supposed to be in the basket moment. Things are expanding. Hey, don't do that to yourself. All this is happening simultaneously. So you got to take 5 minutes to cry it out. Review the things. Damn, that shit used to hold me. Damn, that shit used to bother me. Damn, that was in the past. Just let it all go. Review the things. That's what Mercury retrograde does. It reviews without the attachment, the emotional adhesive to the thing. Let it go. See it first, review it first, talk about it, write in your journal, burn the pages, do what you need to do, clear the shit out, right, Kim? But let it go. Don't think that it's cynical and don't think that you're wasting time because you're not. Okay, said that enough. Here we go. Jupiter today is also opposition Pluto. Here we go. Remember I said the basket pertains, or I should say includes Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto, and Neptune. Listen for those 4 planets. Write them down if you have to. Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto, and Neptune. So here we have Pluto today, opposition Jupiter. Oh, wow. Here's that basket again. What wants to expand needs help in your willingness to transform. Look to what you feel stuck in. It's loosening its grip. Now, if one or two of you have thought, yeah, she said that already, ask for help. Yup, that absolutely pertains to that. But it goes a little bit deeper because Pluto don't deal with nothing superficial. So Pluto says, not only in retrograde are we transforming by asking for help and being a part of community, right? We're asking for you to review what in you has kept you stuck. Mine, as I so vulnerably shared with you, is that I don't ask for help. So people don't know I need help. I need help. Okay? What is yours? Is it that you don't ask for help? Is it that you hide behind your BMW? Is it that you're always helping somebody else, which takes the attention off of you? Is it that you're paying for everything to look like you're in control? To not only look like you got it together, but that you're in control. Hear what I'm saying? Pluto says, I need you to go deeper to see what you are stuck in your own personal transformative spaces, in order for Jupiter on the other side of the seesaw, it's opposition, remember, looking for balance. On the other side of the end of the thing to go, yo, cuz, the more you unearth that shit, the weird shit that you've been doing to stay stuck, the weird stuff that you've been doing not to transform, as soon as you do that, I got some Skittles for you. I got some expansion for you. I got some opportunities, possibilities for you. I got some prospects for you. But if you don't show yourself, ain't nobody gonna see you. If you ain't gonna show what it is that you need and what you lack because you're freaking human, then nobody is gonna give you the opportunities and the expansion that Jupiter wants to extend to you. Y'all hear me? I don't need to go on no more. Y'all hear this buildup though that's happening day by day. Let's go to Tuesday. It starts to switch up though on Tuesday, let me tell you, because we get out of cynical nature of Libra. It's a heady mystic. Please go in the room and get a cigarette while you at it. You look like you're having way too much fun. Thank you. I appreciate you. She absolutely got down and was like, all right. Tuesday, it switches up because we go into the emotional waters of the shit. Hold your hat. Emotions can be beneficial or emotions can spin you the fuck out. You already got it, right? Right? Mystic is crazy, Jessica. Oh my gosh. Thank you for that again yesterday, sister. I appreciate you and your loving Virgo heart. So this moon in Scorpio tomorrow for the next cousin days. The next couple of days, I want y'all to pay attention to, be a student. It hits early in the morning, 9:35, okay, a.m. Tuesday morning, right? Now, before it does that, the moon will be at last degrees of Libra and it will square up the moon. When we the sun, the moon will square the sun tomorrow. Moon in Libra will square the sun tomorrow before it goes into Scorpio, the moon. So when we wake up early morning, I want y'all to do yourselves a favor. Meditate, breathe, pray. If you feel crunchy in the morning, this is all I'm going to say, and your emotions are fighting your ego in some kind of way, breathe through it, because that's just the beginning. And what I mean by that, I'm not portending, nor am I predicting a negative day, a bad day. What I'm saying is that as we are sitting in this basket and beautiful things are changing for us to receive and move on and transform and get the opportunities for, so we can literally change our lives and our direction. There are little irksome spaces and places and movements, like I said at the beginning of this, that will have you get off your square. So what I mean is when we wake up on Tuesday and there's a little irksome kind of feel, I don't want to do such a thing. I don't want to feel such a way. I don't want to be loving. I don't want to breathe. Because first of all, baby Bubba, and I'm going to say this quite clear, it's not about you. It's not about you. It's not about what you need to do. It's not about what you feel in that moment. This is for Tuesday morning. It's about the bigger picture. It's about this basket. It's about this sweet ass miracle that's happening in which you are learning to navigate through per your girl right here. Okay? Then we go into Jupiter doing what? Sextile and Uranus. Oh shit. Oh, a basket member. Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto, and Neptune. Jupiter and Uranus is sextiling tomorrow? Yes. Because Jupiter, remember, is at 4 degrees Leo, and Uranus, remember, is at 4 degrees Gemini. Wait, what? Uranus is about the change and the pivot. Uranus is about the surprises. Uranus is about the innovative, Sonja. Yup. And Jupiter is about what? The expansion. Look for a miracle. Look for it. Expect it. I'm not here to sell you wolf tickets. That's not my name. That's not who I am. But I'm saying with this kind of configuration, there are possibilities all around you. And they need for you, your responsibility, my responsibility is to open up to them and see them. But if you are literally sitting in your house, closed off, not wanting to talk to somebody, not answering the phone, judging people because 2 days ago they were mean, I don't want to give too many examples, but the bottom line, if you know that you are stuck in your own shit, then you know that you possibly could be missing a blessing. Nobody is asking you. I was going to go down a long line of examples, but let me tell you this much. We have the propensity, the wherewithal, and the boundaries within ourselves to deal with people and situations how we want to deal with them. We can open the door and allow opportunities to come in by having a quick conversation, by sharing ideas with people. We don't have to lay down and marry them. Do you understand the extreme? And oftentimes we believe that we should be in the extreme, especially as women. Self-agency, Angelique, thank you for that. Especially as women, men too, but especially as women, because we've been taught and conditioned to be polite. If I allow them to come in, I got to offer them dinner. If I offer them dinner, then I got to take a shower with them. If I take a shower with them, then fuck it, I got to fuck them. Do you? I'm being graphic and crass for a reason because that's just my name. I'm SonjaMarie. But you understand my poetry, right? The bottom line is we can open the door and see what the possibility is about. And we can absolutely make a decision on what our findings are. Jupiter, sextile, and Uranus says, open the door, chick. Dude, see what's there. See what's there. Because Uranus says, I want to give it to you quick. Because why? Sonja is waiting at the next door. Angelique is waiting 2 doors down. There are people lined up. There are people lined up. Information lined up to receive the blessings that are coming. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because it's all energy. It ain't personal. You got to be in line with the energy. Here we go. Also on Tuesday, when that moon is absolutely in Scorpio, remember the moon is the emotional navigator, the thermometer, the needle of the day, because it can have you spin up or down, left or right. The moon in Scorpio goes, coming out of Libra, the moon in Scorpio goes, oh, now we in control mode. Oh, now we got to be passionate about things. Now we have to be extreme. I gotta fuck them now. I let them in the door. Come on now. No, you don't. No, you don't. Moon in Scorpio on Tuesday wants to quincunx. That's an irritation. Neptune. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Remember that Neptune is part of that basket, right? You don't have to allow control and your non-trusting ways to enter what it is this basket has for you, what those downloads have been telling you, what your ancestors have set up for you, the work that you have done already. You don't have to answer to that by controlling it or not trusting it. Does that make sense, everybody? Again, the quincunx brings a little confusion because it needs for you to amend some things. It needs for you to figure out, it needs for you to get clear on some things. So all of a sudden we get confused, we get frustrated, we get irritated. And the irritation comes from the fact that Scorpio was like, I'm trying to control this, and or, like I said, I don't trust it. I know what Sonja said. Shit, fuck Sonja. I know what it is that I heard in my dreams. But goddamn it, I need for y'all to tell me plain. We already told you. No, I need for it to walk through the door. It's already in the door. No, I need for them to say they came from you. They already have my calling card in their pocket. No, I need for them to tell me your social security number. Come on now. Come on now. Y'all see where I'm going, right? You don't trust it? Don't let that confuse you. Because the bigger picture, above and beyond all this astrological shit, is that you are here for a reason. And the only real reason and the only real way that you are still alive, that we are still alive, is because of the hands of our ancestors and our guides, because of our God, whoever he or she may mean or be to you, because of a force that's so much larger than us that we'll never, ever, ever be able to comprehend as human beings. That's the only real way that we are able to be here. You think it's because you got a good job. You think because you sexy as fuck. You think because you got 35 years invested in the bank. You think because your 401k is tight and right. You think because blah, 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 and all of your human traits. That's false. That's an illusion. And I need you to get up out of that bullshit and talk to Pluto about that and unearth that thing. Because it's not you. It's not me. It's who has been controlling our walk. So there's no way to there's no way to hold on, to possess certain things and control certain things, and to not trust what Neptune is telling you, cuz. Talk to me, y'all. Talk to me. Are y'all getting this? If you can't stay for this whole thing, like I said at the top of this, I need y'all to come back. I need you to join the village so you can get this every 2 weeks. I need you to go to wordlifeastrology.com and join the village. I need y'all to give me a little donation if you can afford it. $2 is good. And I also want y'all to jump on your own personal reading. I'm doing a reading special. Email me at wordlifeastrology@gmail right now, 177 for 60 minutes. Share with a friend. Split the 177. I don't give a fuck what you do. I need that money and I need to get an hour from you. And I'm going to give you whatever it is that you need to get in that hour. And I mean that because this information is too pertinent. You don't agree? As I sip on this good ass cold tea. Come on now. Come on, Sonny. How you doing? Thank you for getting on in here. Let's finish this conversation. That moon in Scorpio, check out what this moon in Scorpio wants to do. Remember, I said emotions are, it's Tuesday. Oh, gosh, Tuesday's weird. Because here's the moon in Scorpio squaring up what? Pluto. Oh, God. Also, the control of the moon in Scorpio, the possession. Scorpio likes to possess emotionally. As long as I can control the emotions of a thing and hold on to that thing, then I'm safe, is what Scorpio's emotion says. All right. So the moon in Scorpio says, as it squares, remember, squares a challenge. Pluto, that transformative factor of the basket. Remember? I'm quizzing y'all in this moment. Excuse me for burping. The control wants to fight the freedom that Pluto is trying to afford it. Pluto's saying, I got the future for you. I know you can't see it, but you have to trust it because it will help to build you. And you know what? When you trust, you still have power. When you trust, you still have power. Because somebody quote that for me right now, because I want y'all to see that as I talk about other shit. When you trust, you still have power. Yes, I kind of meant that with that weird ass analogy of the dude coming in for dinner and then taking a shower and then getting in the bed, or the girl or whatever, right? Yes, that's what I meant, because you have discernment all throughout those different steps. But I want you to see it in a broader sense. in regards to the power of your decisions, the power of your life, the power of where you go, the power of how you see yourself, the power of how you perceive the world, the power of what you're going to do in this world, the power of controlling your voice, the power of controlling your talents and your gifts, the power of saying no, the power of saying yes when it's right. You have the power even when you trust, because you're never without it. Again, it's conditions that share otherwise. If you let it all go and you be vulnerable and naked, then everybody is going to get you. Actually, quite the opposite is the case, because if you're so powerful in how you are open, can't nothing touch you. When things, ooh, Sonja, thank you for that spirit. Hold on, y'all. Do you know the time? Let me get it right. The times when things affect us most is when we put up resistance. The times when things hurt our feelings, hurt our bank account, is when we react to them and give it too much reverence, power, position in our life. When we trust and we're open and we're vulnerable, nothing is important but us with our open heart and our open hand and knowing where we are actually going. So there is no resistance. There is no pushback. Do you feel that? Do you understand that? And if you don't, I will say it again and again. We've been taught backwards in some regard. We've been taught you got to say something back to that person, defend yourself. You got to punch that motherfucker in the mouth for calling blah, 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 blah. You got to resist, push back. But every time you resist and push back, you got something scientifically that's on the other side pushing you. Matter. Concrete, Angelique. Concrete breeds concrete. It was a song that I did last night. It just hit my head, like literally spirit just put the chorus in my head. Concrete. Boom. Boom. The concrete breeds concrete. Boom. Boom. It's the truth though. You have power when you trust, so let go. I'm going to stay off of that because I can keep going. Y'all got it, right? Also Tuesday, we only on Tuesday. Told you it's going to be a long one, but thank you for sticking with me. Come back if you need to. Thank you, Angelique. That moon in Scorpio also does what? Quincunxes Uranus. Uranus is another basket planet, is it not? Yes, y'all. Oh, really, Sonny? Oh, goodness. Sending love to her, baby. That moon in Scorpio is quincunx in Uranus. Remember, the quincunx is frustration, irritation. So here we go. Tuesday. In this basket. We in this basket. This is the 21st, in which all of these aspects are happening, right? Here's Uranus being affected. Even though the basket is happening, here's the moon in the mix saying in Scorpio, I'm a little emotionally stubborn right now. And I don't know if I want to make these changes that Uranus in the basket is telling me to make. I'm gonna hold back and control some things. I'm gonna keep one for me. I'm gonna tuck it in my bra. I'm gonna be secretive. I'm gonna be mysterious. I'm gonna be vindictive. I'm not gonna tell them all the plans. I'm not gonna reveal my whole card. Again, I'm not gonna be trusting. Because if I am, it's confusing me on what kind of change Uranus wants to be. Remember, Uranus is about change. Uranus is the miracle. Uranus is the surprise. Uranus is the innovation. Uranus is like, come on, I'm in the mix, so you don't have a chance to hold back. So you don't have the chance to second guess. Because what we need to do it quick. Are y'all hearing me? And I'm not saying do it to the end game, y'all. Please understand this. I'm not saying win a medal tomorrow. I'm saying get it started, get in the flow, get in the know of what it is and who you want to be. That's what this basket is about. Switching your whole perspective and going, oh, this is who I am. For myself, for the community, because it's said to do it right now, because I feel more powerfully, and Jupiter's giving me all the opportunities to do it. Y'all ain't hearing me. Don't let that moon in Scorpio on Tuesday switch you up. Emotional, stubborn nature confuses the idea to pivot for the gold. Closure comes in, I should say, closure, power plays, etc. makes you dizzy in the change. Breathe and dive deep. Trust you. I'm so glad I read that, because as I was writing these notes, the spirit was like, go to that download. Oftentimes, when Uranus plays in the game and says, we ain't got time for that apology. We don't have time to sign that deal. Meaning, like, we don't have time to close that deal right there. We don't have time to read over it. We don't have time. Sometimes, and this is not being irresponsible, right? This is energetic, and I'm wondering if a few of you can go in with me. Sometimes you're being called to do a thing without reading the fine print. And I mean that literally and figuratively. Sometimes it's just a feeling that comes over you and go, you know what? I can't rock with you no more. Well, why not? What the fuck I do? I don't even know. Like, and it could be a personal relationship. It can be a contract that you have with a business, with a partner, with your current employer. It can be anything, right? But that moon in Scorpio wants to mess with Uranus, saying these changes are going to happen and you may not get that closure. You may not be able to read the fine print. You may not be able to get a realistic understanding of why you need to switch and pivot right in this moment in time. You might not get that. Is it just me? Does anybody have, like, sometimes you don't have to have that. I just need to go. Well, what I do? My breath stink? I mean, it might, but that's not the reason why I gotta go. Y'all get what I'm saying? Don't let that control factor do that to you and make you dizzy tomorrow. You have to trust you, trust your insides, trust this basket leading you to a bigger existence, which is gonna last the rest of your life. Because this shit ain't happening again, is what I'm trying to tell you and why I'm so excited about it. It ain't happening again. Never, not in this lifetime, for us all. Okay? Also, Tuesday, check out Tuesday is challenging us in the best way possible. Another member of the basket, that Jupiter shit, is also squaring up the moon. Why? Because Jupiter is in Leo. Leo squares Scorpio. Emotional need to hold on to some goodness. Possess the things you'll miss out on for yourself. Please don't, because we need for you to open your heart to get to the other side of Jupiter's generosity. I said this last night. Ain't that some shit? Spirit is so dope through me. I love it. I said this last night. Sometimes we have to get on the other side of trust in order to get the goal. Meaning, sometimes we have to not only open up our hearts and trust the situation, not only fuck it, I don't need to read the fine line, close the contract, let's just do what we got to do. Not only that, but we literally got to walk the path. And in walking the path, per Scorpio moon's need to release control, possession, to have some kind of trust, can do what? Bring us to Jupiter, bring us to the opportunities. Let me give you an example. Your friend says, and it's a very small example, but hear where I'm going and apply it to your life. Your friend says, girl, I need to go to this luncheon. Can you come with me? Everything in you is like, I really don't want to go, because all you're going to do is talk me to death and make it about you. But Spirit says, but you can go there and make it about yourself too, because this may be your basket. Listen to what I'm saying. That voice is loud too, because you know that where she's going, this luncheon, or he's going, this luncheon has people involved, head hitters involved that can help you as well. But what you don't want to do is be emotionally, per the moon, emotionally responsible for heading off your friend and her weird way of grabbing the attention the whole time. being discerning, putting up your boundaries and saying, you know what, Susan, I'll be back. You know what, Mary, I'll be back. I'm going to go to the bathroom. Get lost for an hour and work the room on your own. Get your own numbers, work your own possibilities. Don't let your emotions on Tuesday and the possessions to hold on to your safety and things that you know that are yours, don't let that keep you away from your coins, cuz from your opportunities, from your skittles. You understand what I'm saying? That's very, very specific, because sometimes we have to work through a thing to get to the other side of a thing and receive the goal, receive the generosity that Jupiter has. Are y'all following me? We ain't even started really. And we already an hour and 14 minutes in. This is bananas. But I tell you, I got all the energy in the world today. So if you can't come back, if you can't listen to it all, come back. Do that here on YouTube, Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology page. I'd appreciate if you join our family over there. If you want to know how this pertains to you specifically, hit me up, wordlifeastrology@gmail.com, 177 for a 60-minute reading for yourself, or you can split it with somebody else. All right, let's go to Wednesday. Wednesday, the moon stays in Scorpio, but guess what? Wednesday begins Leo season at 3:13 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Big up to all the lions in the room. Big up to all that Leo energy happening soon. Listen, Leo energy is one of my favorite because it's a big part of me, but it also does something for the collective, meaning the rest of the 11 signs. Like every sign, it has its magic. Leo says, oh, I'm going to do that shit. It's the only sign in the zodiac that means it. Sag may say, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. But Sag says, I'm going to do it one day. Sag has the luck. It doesn't have the conviction. Aries has the balls and the risk, but it wants to do it by itself. I'm speaking of the fire signs, right? But Leo says, oh, I'm going to do it. Hook, crook, captain, caduck. I'm going to do it. It don't matter. Because that's its phrase, I will. Leo energy has all the courage in the world. That's why I love Leo energy. Boom, look who stepped in the room. So it switches now. We go out of that ending of that Cancer season energy, us feeling emotional about this basket that we are in and that we are holding, and how we have to not only be sensitive to it, available to it, energetically, from an emotional standpoint, we have to adhere to the past and allow it to go too. That's all Cancer energy. Right? We have to consult with our family. We have to make sure we're safe and our foundation is good. Season of Cancer, right? With the basket in mind. All of a sudden, here comes the sun in Leo going, that's cute, but you better wipe your eyes. I understand that you feel a certain way, boo-boo, but Leo's in the room now. And I care for all the motherfuckers and the things that we used to do together, but we holding the basket now. We in Leo season now. And when I say I'm going to do something, I'm going to do something hook or crook. Leo energy is very opportunistic. You get what I'm saying? Very, very opportunistic on the negative side and on the quite so positive side as well. So I gave y'all enough time on that Leo energy. It also has a big heart. To all the Leos out there, huge, huge, huge heart, and extremely competitive. You understand? Very, very much loves the kids, very much loves affection and loves to give affection. That's that Leo energy. Leo energy is dope in a whole lot of ways. I don't want to give y'all a litany of reasons why I love and descriptions of Leo energy. Y'all can go online and find that out. But I wanted to tell you how it pertains to what we're talking about. And we're talking about this basket, right? Pluto, Uranus, Neptune, and Jupiter. Let's go. So Wednesday, we in Leo season. That moon is still in what? It's in Scorpio. Busted at the beginning of Wednesday, that moon in Scorpio was sextiling Venus. Where Venus come from? Wait, what? Y'all recognize the first 2 days we was talking about the basket. It was all about Neptune and all the things. Mars jumped in there real quick. The sun jumped in there. But Jupiter and everything, Pluto. What? Venus? Where Venus come from? I'm going to tell you what I believe intuitively. Venus came in there because Venus had to go, pss, pss. All this shit that's going on down right now, like right now, you worth it. You. No, you. You worth it. You worth it. And I need you to tap into a little bit of passion. I need you to tap in a little bit of propulsion. I need you to deeply know that all the things that you've been laying down, all the things that you've been feeling, holding this basket, and the need and the desire to live a different life. Can I say that again? The need and the desire to live a different life. Because if my name ain't Sonja, I will bet $29,000 that each and every one of you on this gosh darn weekly rundown right now wants to live life in a different way, in some capacity, some component of your life. You either want a new relationship, totally different. You either want a new friend group, totally different. I want a new job, totally different. I want to pick up and get out of my apartment, my house, and be minimalistic on a mountain somewhere, totally different. There's some aspect of your life that you just want to wipe clean. And not to forget about it, but to shift like this basket is trying to give you. Y'all don't hear me in this rundown. I'm so dope. I feel so good in my Leo shit right today. So with Venus sextiling the moon, because Venus is in Virgo, Venus says, I need you to know you're worthy of that. But as you are worthy, I need you to pick out the particulars. I need you to tell yourself how you worthy. I need for you to tell yourself, to big up yourself in the most positive, critical way. Break that shit down. Why am I worthy? What are the things that I have been doing? And I mean that. Write it down. Even if it's 3 things. Why am I worthy? Because I've been eating right. Why am I worthy? Because I haven't had sex with James in about 30 days. Why am I worthy? Because I've been writing 20 pages a day in my book. Why am I worthy? Tell yourself why you're worthy. Specifically, deeply know that through and through. This begins Wednesday. But also, here comes the moon in Scorpio, quincunx Saturn going, you can feel a little deeply passionate about the changes that are going on. But I need you to stay in the game. Don't abandon your disciplines for the need to succumb to chaos. Oh, shit. You can know you're worthy about a thing, and James can come knocking on the door and tempt your ass. 2 things can be true at the same time. Do I need to say that again? Do I need to say that again? I'm asking a question, and I'll take a sip until y'all answer me. 2 things can be true at the same time. Thank you, Kim. You can know you're worthy. You can know to stand right, Cherie. You can know to stand on your ground. And here comes James and his fine ass. Here comes that goddamn temptation. Here comes that thing you've been working hard on. You understand what I'm saying? Knocking at the door at the same time. Your decision is going to help you to hold the basket and move in a different form of life and switch that thing, right? But you can have those 2 feelings. We could, let me not profess it, but you could be presented with that on Wednesday. Watch your step. Wednesday also, ooh-wee, and this may be, now the percentage kind of goes up because you know what's happening? That moon is trining Mercury going retrograde. So here comes James. Because Mercury retrograde is about old shit, right? Mercury retrograde is about the closet. Mercury retrograde is about old information that's coming up to be cleaned out. So James could be knocking. I'm just saying. James could be knocking. And if he's not, it could also mean that there's some things that you have to speak into truth. There's some information that you have to recall. If James does come knocking, if an old temptation does come knocking, if you find old papers or old bills or old ideologies that you used to subscribe to, there's a way with that moon hitting up that Mercury retrograde that's saying, I need you to feel through this old but newly discovered information so we can get past it, so we can get clear from it. You understand? And sometimes we need to say a thing. I did say that. Sometimes we need to proclaim it. We need to go, you know what, James, don't come over my house. As a matter of fact, you don't need to call James. Just when the phone rings, don't fucking pick up the phone. Don't pick it up. Just don't do it. Don't do it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because Mercury retrograde is again doing its job. It's doing its job. It's bringing stuff up. Not to trick you, not to make it too personal, not to hurt your feelings, not to destroy your day, but to see how solid you standing on your new life. And this thing that this basket, Uranus, Pluto, Jupiter, and Neptune, wants to bring you. Also on Wednesday, that moon is quincunxing Mars. Now we don't know what the fuck to do. Should I open the door up? And Mars is sex. Oh my God, this is a James scenario. Sonja is stupid. Listen, Mars is action, Mars is motivation, but Mars is Jane with that big ass. I'm just saying, Mars is sex, Mars is determination. So that quincunx portends some type of fogginess. Oh, I need to adjust. I need to figure this thing out. I'm getting a little frustrated because I don't know how to move on this thing. I don't know if I should lay down. What the heck am I doing? Hey. Mercury retrograde is being affected on that day. Best not to answer the phone, or best to just speak your mind. And sometimes I make myself laugh way too much. Sometimes we got to close our eyes when we do it. James, I told you I'm not here. I don't want to talk to you. What's closing the eyes going to do, you ask? Sometimes you got to close your eyes so you can see the darkness from within. So it feels like you talking to your goddamn self, and James and his fine ass ain't a distraction, or nothing in the house is distracting you. Nobody outside your body is distracting what it is that Mercury retrograde wants you to say out of your mouth in order to make situations clear. You got that? Okay. But however it falls in your life, just be sure that on Wednesday, this stuff is coming up. It's coming up for review, whatever it may be. And you may not know what to do, but you don't have to do nothing. Sometimes it's best to do nothing. Like the elders say, if you don't know what to do, don't do nothing at all. You'll be faced with the decision another day. And maybe on that day, you'll have a little bit more clarity. But Wednesday, James needs to stay on the other side of the door. That's all I'm saying. On Thursday, check it out. The moon still stays in Scorpio for a little while, and then the moon goes in Sagittarius at 9:07 in the PM on the Eastern Standard Time, right? And guess what? Mercury goes direct. Can we have a collective sigh? Mercury retrograde was fucking with my show last night. I know it was. And it was fucking with my players, my band. I'm just letting y'all in on the inside of things. It was a great show, especially for those that came to see it. But I know the backstage type shit. And I know that Mercury had me in the mirror just before the show going, Sonja, you can do this. You can do this. I swear to God, I'm not lying. You can do this. Shake this thing. Shake this cloudiness. I was like, because Mercury had me like tripping on my words inside my head. And I was like, what if the drummer does this and does that? I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know where I'm going in this moment in time. Into that first note, bop, bop, boom. And you're like, yeah, okay, now I'm here. But I had to shake it off. So I, for one, am very, very happy that Mercury in Cancer will be going direct on Thursday at 6:58 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Are you happy? Are you happy? That's all I want to know. I did show out, Angelique. I appreciate it. I had to shake it off. I was shaking it off as I was showing out. That's exactly what I was doing. Two things could be true at once. Also on Thursday, there's only one aspect. Bust it. That moon in Sag wants to trine up the sun in Leo. Ain't you happy about that? Mmm. Mmm. Come on. I wish I was with the village right now because I want to know what y'all think about this in real time. After all we just said, and after how I just pumped up that sun in Leo and Leo energy and all the things, here we have the moon, the emotional nature of Sagittarius, who cares nothing about consequences. Sagittarius, who loves a good risk. Sagittarius that loves adventure. Sagittarius that, again, did I say have all the energy in the world? The most physical sign of the zodiac, for sure. For sure, for sure. Some people think it's Aries, but it's Sag. Sag will outrun Aries all day. Sag energy. We will feel that. And it's doing what in its emotional nature of moving fast and feeling happy and positive, optimistic. Sag is very optimistic. It's always looking for solutions other than exasperating problems. So with that moon in Sag, it's hitting up against in a nice configuration aspect to the sun in Leo. Come on now. Expand that happiness unconditionally, Camille. Talking about me or you talking about this aspect? Because that's what that is. What I put is snap into that courage and figure out the details as you step. When I step, I spread mocha almond sweetness along the concrete, leaving trails of nuts behind for the squirrels to eat. That's an old Sonja Marie's poem. But check it out. That's what that is. Snapping into that thing and stepping. Figuring it out as you go along because neither Sag nor Leo gives a heck about details. Trust me when I tell you. They don't care about what we should have done and how we can do it and where's the plan. They're just getting up to go. That assists. Don't you see that? After all we just talked about for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, on Thursday, that assist with Mercury going direct and the sun and the moon coming together and a fire energy is saying, okay, get that second wind. Okay. We Mercury retrograde does act weird on the day of it going direct, so be careful of that. However, it's at least going in the right direction. You understand what I'm saying? But that's that day to say, let's go in the right direction. If things are falling apart, it's falling apart because we're going in the right direction. Because that moon and the sun is bringing together the will, the power, the courage, the understanding, the balls, the truth, the generosity, the heart, the passion, the authenticity, the this is me. You get that? That's Thursday for you. Ooh, y'all, come back here on YouTube and tell me how you feel throughout the week. I love hearing like reviews and the things that y'all are feeling and going through. I'd appreciate that. All right. What y'all saying over here? Hold the line wasn't that bad. Wait, holding the line wasn't that bad Thursday morning. Oh, is that a song? Is that a lyric to a song? I don't get that, Cherie. Oh, right. Wednesday, she said, Wednesday we running away from danger and Thursday we floating. Yes, but let's define that. We don't have to run away from danger on Wednesday, even though we're telling James to stay on the other side of the door. We are literally saying, I choose not to go into danger. I let the chaos be around me. You dig? I don't have to dance with the chaos because Scorpio likes that chaos. You dig? Scorpio likes the drama. And remember, on Wednesday and Thursday, just to reiterate, before that moon went into Sag, I'm going back to Wednesday because I read Cherie's comment, right? That Scorpio energy will want you to spin out and go into drama. I kind of touched upon that, but I didn't expand. Because Scorpio loves chaos. Scorpio loves drama. Scorpio loves drama in a way in which, and this is for low-level Scorpio energy, not all Scorpios, but Scorpio dramatic energy loves it because it gives it a chance to redeem itself and be a hero unto itself. Does that make sense to anybody? It wants to be a hero onto itself to prove I brought myself up out of this shit. But here's the catch. Here's the plot twist, motherfucker. You ain't need to get into the drama in the first place to save yourself in the first place. So why are you all in it in the first place? That's your decision. That sounds like your gosh darn president. You know what I mean? That's your decision to get into the drama, your makeup. You understand? So anyway, stay out of the chaos by making the right decisions. So here we go to Friday. Are y'all with me? Because this basket scenario deepens and it thickens. And as long as we survive, which we all will, I'm not putting death on nobody, but as long as we survive with our right mind, keeping James and all the distractions on the outside of the door, standing on our square, moving where we need to move, tap into our courage, know that this basket is bringing us a new sense of foundation of strength that's only going to come around once in a lifetime, to pivot and do the things that we need to do for not only ourselves, but for the community at large. And sometimes it needs to start with ourselves. So let's not discount that. The first step may get my shit together so I can help. Okay, that's cool. As long as you know that eventually it's going to be for everybody. But we are leaning into the space when we survive all of that. And again, on Thursday, get that pump up by the moon and the sun coming together. Here comes Friday with the moon still in Sagittarius. It's going to do what? It's going to trine Neptune. It's going to sextile Pluto. It's going to opposition Uranus. It's going to trine Jupiter. Did y'all just hear me? That moon in Sag is going to give life to the basket. Neptune, Pluto, Uranus, and Jupiter. Hello, is this thing on? Are y'all hearing me? I know I get particular and I know I get into my astrological and education kind of bag, but I want y'all to follow me as much as possible. And if you can't, ask a question. Ask a question. I like questions like that because I like to teach. But y'all remember the basket, right? The basket is made up of Neptune, Pluto, Uranus, and Jupiter. With the moon being in Sag on Friday, it's a positive aspect to all the planets in the basket, which means here's the second wind, which means that moon in Sag is going, we just came through that Scorpio shit of not trusting. We just came through that Scorpio shit of trying to hold on and be possessive. We just came through that Libra cynical shit. And this is all emotional feelings, right? Now we in the emotions of Sag that says, middle finger to the wind, we gone. Let's go. Because Sag is bold like that and does not care what type of consequences come around it. And what I mean by that, I love Sag for it, although it's slightly dangerous at times. But I love for the fact that Sag will be like, well, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. And then somebody says, well, you can't. And then Sag goes, well, what's the consequences to that? You just get a year in jail. All right. If I get a year in jail, that's good. I'll just chill out for a year. I'm just saying, I'm not telling y'all to be dangerous. I'm just giving y'all the example of how that moon in Sag will propel us to give us more of the gumption, the courage, the push, the risk-taking foundation to do the thing that this basket wants us to do. Again, Sag is about adventure. Sag is about truth. Because that moon in Sag says, I need you to do it because it's the truth in you. I need you to do it because it will propel your authenticity. I need you to do it because too many people said you couldn't. And you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. You've been doing this. You've been feeling this. Sag don't care about what the group is saying. Sag says, peace, I'll be back. Well, where are you going? I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Take a year or two and then come back with all the accolades. Come back with all the proof. Come back with all the receipts. Because Sag ain't listening to what the group is saying in regards to what they can or cannot do. Propel that authenticity, Angelique. That's what Sag wants to do. When Sag That moon in Sag trines Neptune, it says movement activates inner purpose. That basket is recharged. When the moon sextiles Pluto, it says same as above, and redefine your purpose, redefine your transformative power. That moon in Sag is opposite Uranus. Bring the adventure so the pivot can happen naturally and allow you to have a different perspective. Squirrel, but not really. That's what life is all about, y'all. It's perspective. Have you ever met somebody that's sitting in your living room because a friend of a friend brought this person over and they're sitting there smiling like they eat fucking cotton candy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? That every walk is a cotton-filled walk. That every fucking song that comes on the radio is their favorite song. They seem so lucky. They seem so blessed. They seem so happy. Have you ever met anybody like that? Now, the reality of it all is that it's not all the way happy. We know people have problems and challenges and such. However, what makes them different? Their perspective on life. That moon in Sag is saying, I need to change your perspective when it hits Uranus. When it brings the possibilities and the courage, Uranus is like, I'm pivoting because I need to pivot and change how I see myself, how I really see my life. I'm not talking no plastic spirituality bullshit. I'm talking about looking at the things in your life that are actually working. Are you homeless? And if you are, do you have a mattress? You understand? And if you have a mattress and you are homeless, did you eat today? You understand? Do you have one person in your life that loves you? Like really loves you that you can call and they would be over your house? And if you don't, would you call somebody? Can you get up off that Pluto in retrograde and change and transform some things about you and be a friend so you can get a friend? Concrete breeds concrete. I'm really speaking to y'all today because this basket, again, is magnanimous. It's a big freaking deal. Mercury sextiles Venus on the same day that Sagittarius moon is hitting this freaking basket. So here comes Venus again. Psst, psst, psst. I told you you worth it, right? I told you your passion comes from the things that you feel inside, right? I told you that the passion that you have could come out in your coins. Your money. Venus is money. Venus is money. Venus is sextile and Mercury going direct. Uh-oh, here comes that check. At the very least, on Friday, maybe somebody was holding back on paying you. Maybe a payment was delayed. Maybe somebody promised that they was going to give you some and you ain't heard from them in 3 weeks. And all of a sudden on Friday, Zelle, here comes your money. At the very least, which I think is best, maybe you now know, wait, hold on. This basket is showing me I am worth this new way of being, this new direction that I can go in. Because Sag and moon in Sag has got up under my ass and made me believe that I can do anything. Because Sagittarius people and energy will make you believe that for sure. Way too optimistic at times. Yeah, we can do it all. No, we can't. Okay, let's try. At the very least, you could feel like you can do it. I know my worth. And now all I have to do is plan around it. That's what that Mercury sextile and Venus is about. Plan around the worthiness that you have. At the very least, make the phone calls, write the list, get your schedule together. I know we're still in summertime and one may be on a vacation or whatever, but while you're on vacation, you can't plan, write down for what your next 3 months are going to look like. That's not taking you away from your vacation. That's actually heading you up. That's planting the seeds. That's keeping you in alignment with your disciplines and all the things that you need to do. Then go have a drink. Then go splash in the pool. Let the universe know I'm still on my game. I'm still on my game, God, because I have switched my perspective and I know who I am. Saturday, the moon stays in Sagittarius, right? It is absolutely trining up Saturn. So again, stand on that square. But Saturn is in Aries, so stand on that square for self. Stand on that square for you, the individual. Hear me when I say that Saturn in Aries is doing us justice. Trust me when I tell you. And because it has been in Aries for some time, I told the village this last week, 2 weeks ago. It has been in Aries for some time. It literally has cleaned and cleared out the way for this basket to do its job. Saturn went in Aries before the basket because it's at like 20 something degrees right now in Aries. I'm lying. Maybe at 16, 17 degrees in Aries right now, which means it's far from 4 degrees of that basket that we spoke about, right? I'm teaching. If you don't get it, don't worry about it. The bottom line is that you have implemented your disciplines per Saturn. You have implemented all the hard work per Saturn. You have implemented your understanding of self and who you are and what you need to be on the planet per Saturn. You've done that already. So it's slightly, I don't want to say easy, but it's easier fit as this basket is coming in, all these 4 planets at 4 degrees of their prospective sign that says, listen, we want to expound this thing about you because you did the work, boo-boo, for life. Saturday is a reminder of that. Also, that moon in Sagittarius wants to quincunx your mind, wants to quincunx Mercury. So just stay clear. At the very least on Saturday, read a book, write in your journal, get some quiet time. Go to that Moongate app that I was talking about before. Get some meditation music that's going around in your house or whatever. You understand what I mean? Something that clears your head. Take a good shower. And the reason why I say this is because we have to have our mind that day as we're standing on our square per Saturn that day. Because the moon will confuse us a little bit as the moon is squaring up Venus. Maybe you got your money, but they didn't give you as much as you thought that you was going to get. Maybe they're making you feel like you should get less, or you got too much, or whatever the case may be. Money don't make you, and outside confirmations are late to the party because you already started within. The proof is in the pudding. I'm glad I wrote that. So maybe your money is slow. Maybe there's some worth questions around who you are and what it is that you are building within this basket. But understand this: if you stay on the low level of needing money, if you stay on the low level of needing someone else's approval, if you stay on the low level of you having to be beautiful in all the things and look like you got it made, as opposed to knowing that you got it made, you done missed the whole basket's worth. Did y'all get that? Or do I have to say that again? Hello, people that are here in IG. I appreciate your attendance. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? This, again, is for Saturday. This is the trip up because we want to stand on our square about who we are, right? Just reviewing. We want to stand on our square about who we are. We're getting a little confused in our mind with Mercury getting that little quincunx. But Venus is also square and go, wait a minute, what are you worth? And did anybody validate me? Because I need for them to see how much I'm worth. If you stay in that low level, you missing the whole point, cuz. You missing the whole point. Know your worth from the inside out. That's all I'm going to say. Also, that moon is an opposition of Mars. The way you know your worth, the way you know the excitement, the opportunities that are coming through to you per that moon in Sag, it's going to balance out and tell you and inform you of where to go. Mars and Gemini give you the information on how to make the steps, but you got to know with vigor. You have to know with enthusiasm. You have to know by taking chances that you feel that you are worthy of the thing to move forward. And lastly, on Saturday, the 2 basket members of Neptune and Pluto, they are sextiling. Complete the story is what it's doing for the whole week. This is the last aspect of these 2 basket members. It's completing the story. Your insides, your intuition per Neptune strengthens and finds power, the power that it needs to eliminate nothing that doesn't work anymore. I can't tell y'all how important that is. And I'm going to tell you the analogy that just came to my mind. It's like taking the clothes to the cleaners. How many of you, I do this, and I'm going to admit, wait to take my clothes to the cleaners? First of all, sometimes I don't have $50 to just drop to wear to clean some clothes I may not wear. And then sometimes I wore those clothes that I had to take to the cleaners. I wore those clothes once. So they're not really dirty, right? I'm just saying, they're not really dirty. My point is this. On that day, Neptune and Pluto coming together, they're saying sometimes you have to look at the power by eliminating the things that don't work anymore, by recognizing the worth and eliminating the things that don't work anymore. That's where the power lies. Taking your clothes to the cleaners when you need to take them to the cleaners. Taking your clothes to the cleaners when it's actually time to get rid of them. Throwing away the clothes that you no longer utilize or wear any longer. Do y'all get that analogy? Pluto is about power. Neptune is about intuition. Neptune's intuition is saying, I'm giving you information that's going to make you change completely who you are. You either going to change the clothes, throw the clothes out, or get the clothes clean so we can start anew. I'm giving you information on that, is what Neptune is saying to Pluto. I'm giving you the fool's gold. I'm giving you the inside crust of what it is you need to do in order to transform. That's Saturday. That's that last little bit of that basket. But remember, I said at the top of this, and I'm almost done. Remember, I said at the top of this that this basket information, again, let me give you the full name for those that just came in. We're talking about Barbault's basket, which I don't necessarily like to call it that because I don't like trends. I already gave you a little speech about that. But the bottom line is that this configuration is real, astrologically speaking. And the 4 planets involved are Neptune, Pluto, Jupiter, and Uranus. That last little bit, which is actually going to last not only for 19th, 20th, and the 21st, but it's going to last for a good week and a half, almost 2 weeks. But the end of this week's configuration of 2 of those basket planets are Neptune and Pluto. And they're completing the story for this whole week that I want you to go check out. If y'all just coming in here, if you didn't check out the whole thing, check out the whole rundown, come to my YouTube channel, Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology page, and it will be posted on the live little configuration here, okay? But Neptune coming to Pluto going, yo, clean out all the things, man. We got the red line from God. Clean those clothes you need to take to the cleaners, throw the clothes out, throw those old ideologies out to transform your life, because this basket is showing you, which only, like I said 5 times, is going to happen once in this lifetime of these 4 planets coming together. Literally. That's not some bullshit. Literally, it's only happening once. And by the way, the number 4 in numerology is foundation, you know. The number 4 in numerology is solidification. It's also family too. It's what we stand on. So what we're building in this 4 vibration is not only formidable, right? But it's lasting for the rest of our lives to open us up to something else. Y'all check this science out. Are you really, really listening? Again, Saturday, Neptune is informing Pluto, I got some more secrets for you. This is the last little bit of the thing that you need to clean out and transform through. I don't want to keep saying it over and over again. I think you got my message. Ask questions if you don't. On Sunday, and then we'll go into picking a card and we can get the heck up out of here. Sunday, the moon goes into Capricorn at 9:44 a.m. Now, this is interesting. This is when it gets really interesting because I love Sagittarius's involvement in this week for the basket, don't you? Y'all can talk to me if you want. I look forward to the end of this week when that Sagittarius energy comes in and really puts power, wheels, propulsion behind the thing. We need to go through Scorpio's emotion. We need to release some things through Scorpio and know that we don't have to be so possessive. But that moon in Sag goes, okay, we done, let's go. But here comes the moon in Capricorn on Sunday, asking us to get practical. about what it is that we have put ourselves in, what that moon in Sag has propelled us in. Now we have to get practical. We have to make sense of it. And it's kind of throwing off the whole configuration. Why? Because that moon in Capricorn quincunxes the sun. That moon in Capricorn squares up Neptune, part of the basket. That moon in Capricorn quincunx Uranus, part of the basket. That moon in Capricorn quincunxes Jupiter, part of the basket. Y'all get that, right? Okay, so here's the general thing. I'm gonna sum it up. For Sunday, that moon in Capricorn wants to be controlling too. Not Scorpio controlling. Scorpio controlling is more for an emotional advantage, where the moon in Capricorn and Capricorn energy controlling is because it knows, because it wants to be the boss, because it doesn't want to make a mistake, because it wants to delegate the thing, because it wants things to be practical and useful. So let me be in control so nothing is wasted. That's the moon in Capricorn energy. It's also very stark, stoic, and non-emotional in certain terms. So it can do what? It can go to the top. But that moon in Capricorn, as it squares up the basket and quincunxes the basket on Sunday, it's kind of like taking the joy out of what the basket is bringing. Do y'all get that? It's like grandpa entering the room going, all right, all right, all right. What's all this paint in here? Everybody being all goddamn artistic and shit. We got blues and reds and all over. Are y'all gonna sell those paintings? Are y'all gonna enter it in any festivals or something? You got plans for this damn artwork? What you think? You Basquiat out this mug? I'm not saying anybody's grandfather thinks like this, but I'm putting y'all in the mind of what that moon in Capricorn, because moon in Capricorn is like the grandpa. It's the old man, it's the old lady. It's the one that needs some solid practical sense being made out of everything that is holding the basket. First of all, grandpa, sit down for a minute and enjoy the colors. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It's like, grandpa, it's all right. We just got paint on our hands. We just had a good time. We was just running around in Sagittarius energy, just trying to figure all the things out, just exploring. We were exploring, Grandpa. We probably are going to sell it. We're going to reach the top because Capricorn likes to reach the top. It's ambitious like that. That's the reason why it's so goddamn practical and stark like that. But we need to breathe in between that. So the point of the matter is that on Sunday, there's a little kind of like weird kind of configuration due to the quincunxes confusing things and the square being a challenge, right? You don't have to sell the thing, is what I'm telling you. You don't have to have a practical end just yet. Do yourself a favor and stay in the joy of what this basket holds, okay? And slowly but surely, an idea, an end, a direction, a person, a connection, a monetary reason will attach itself to the thing. But you can't sell shit if you ain't happy about it. You get what I'm saying? So bask in that for a little while, right? And don't go up against what it is that you feel already and what's been coming on you. You don't have to push yourself into that just yet. Does that make sense? Oh, and by the way, on Sunday, Saturn goes retrograde until December 10th. Now, ain't that about a plot freaking change? At the same time, we got this basket situation happening, right, y'all? And Saturn wants to go retrograde. Okay, so you know what that tells me? Saturn again, remember, is about discipline. Saturn again is about fears. Saturn again, what am I doing? This is Saturn going retrograde. Saturn again is about, oh my God, I got the lesson already. But did you? Boo boo? You got this basket. Are you really, really paying attention to how you want to handle this thing? Cherie said, I'm tired. I'm tired too. Shit. I'm delivering the message. Saturn in Aries is not trying to get on our nerves as it goes retro, and I choke myself with my hair, fake ass hair. It's also saying, I need you to remember yourself, though. I just want to pump your brakes till December to make sure that what you holding in this basket, what you are discovering so new in this new life, that you remember who you are, that you remember to be discerning, that you remember that it's okay to be selfish, that you remember that it's okay for you to take risks, that you remember that you live in this life for you. My grandfather used to say, we come in this world by ourselves and we leave by ourselves. Or did my mother say that? My mother said it, but I think she got it from my grandfather. The bottom line is, yes, we have community all throughout. We have people that we love all throughout, but we can only live this life for us, really. That Saturn going retro to December 10th is trying to explain to us as we hold the basket of this new perspective and opportunities of life. The end. As I take a bow. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Because I feel like that was a presentation all in itself for goddamn 2 hours. Are you kidding me? Whoa. Look at that. Non-stop on a cup of tea. And I want to pick a card just before we go. So I appreciate your patience. I really, really, really do. And I appreciate that. Capisha, Apisha, Leader, Bisha, Apusha. I appreciate your presence is what I wanted to say. Mercury, you're gonna leave me alone, damn it. I appreciate your presence because even though we are on the other side of this weird ass screen all together here, I still feel you. And I still know that the energy that you throw at me is feeding me in order to give it back to you. So that makes all the difference in the world. You have no idea. Please be watching Monique. What up, sister love? My Cancer sister. On Sonja Marie's Wordlife Astrology page. And join our family over there, Monique. You will love the people over here. I've been knowing Monique for goddamn it, Monique, over 30 years, cuz you believe that? Craziness. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Camille. My girl Tamiko did it. Go on IG. I think I tagged her on the last post I put up if you want to get yours done or refer her or whatever. She's so dope and so cute. Her Cancer self. It was her solar return the other day, too. But yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I don't know how long it's gonna last, y'all. You know that thing. You be like, oh, it's so cute. And then you're like, ugh, I need my afro. Okay, anyway. About to give y'all commercials. By the way, before y'all all scat out of here, before I pick this card for the week for us to tune in on, God, thank you very much. Please jump on this personalized special. I may put together a flyer, I may not, but it is absolutely for you if you are hearing me say this. An hour-long reading for $177. You can do it by yourself or you can share it with a friend, the time and the financials. Just email me at wordlifeastrology@gmail and I will send you the link. I'm kind of doing this down low because I like to give gifts to those that give gifts to me. And this is you being here is a gift to me. So I want to help you and I want to show you where this basket that we talked about for the last 2 hours falls in your chart specifically. Like each planet in each area of your life and how they are reflecting your life in this moment in time. I think it's fascinating personally. And then you never know, you may have one of your ancestors come and bombard the reading and be like, hey, let me talk to you real quick. Somebody on the other side, because that's what they do through me. So yeah, book that reading today. Email me and I'll send you all the information straight away. Let's get it popping. Let's take advantage of this time that spirit has for us, that the universe has conspired for us to open up and blossom into. Why? Because we still on this planet and we have to make it the best way we know how, per our perspective. We don't allow the outside to control our narrative and how we live this thing here. All right? All right? All right. Let's pick a card and then we can get on out here. Again, thank you for your time. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Come on, you get stuck. Appreciate you. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right. I like making up songs with y'all. Boom, 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 boom. All right, all right, all right, all right. Boom, boom, all right. Boom, 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 all right. The lovers. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right. Ooh, y'all might hear that. That feels good in my heart. The lovers. The lovers. The lovers. I got excited. It's bigger than what it says. Yeah, it's about you loving somebody else, but it's about you loving yourself. It's about you being that reflection. Like we said in Concrete, my song Concrete, the concrete breeds concrete. So if you want to be loved, you got to be loved. If you want to trust people, you got to be trusted. You got to be that reflection of love. Y'all don't hear me. Y'all don't hear me, though. All right, all right, all right. All right. Come on now. What? Okay. What we call love is really a whole spectrum of relating, reaching from the earth to the sky. At the most earthly level, love is sexual attraction. Tell James that, okay? Many of us remain stuck there because our conditioning has burdened our sexuality with all kinds of expectations and repressions. Actually, the biggest problem with sexual love is that it never lasts. Only if we accept this fact can we then really celebrate it for what it is. Welcome its happening and say goodbye with gratitude when it's not. Then, as we mature, we can begin to experience the love that exists beyond sexuality and honors the unique individuality of the other. We begin to understand that our partner often functions as a mirror, reflecting unseen aspects of our deeper self and supporting us to become whole. This love is based in freedom, not expectation or need. Its wings take us higher and higher towards the universal love that experiences all as one. Ashe, Ashe, Aho, Batakwe, I say. I hope you take this deep in your heart. I hope you go on today and relish in the basket that is given. Help to change your life. I pray that I have done my part. And if you would like me to give you a reading under this particular basket special, $177 for 60 minutes. Again, you can share it with a friend, a loved one. I don't care. I just want you to get this information. Email me at wordlifeastrology@gmail.com. Wordlifeastrology@gmail.com. I neglected to say that it is limited. I'm going to do a few of them and until I'm kind of full, you know, and I won't accept anymore. But I want you to get on this thing, okay? Again, wordlifeastrology@gmail.com. Thank you for all those that came out last night once again. Thank you for being here and being dedicated to being your highest, your bestest self. I appreciate your time and your attention. Please share this information with somebody that you love, someone that you know that may need it, okay? It's really, really time to be about community. And that means knowing, owning, and standing in what you do best. 222, y'all. Standing in what you do best. Let's go. You said at the same time I did, Miss Catrice. Let's go, my sister. I love you. I love you all. Take care of yourself, all right? Adios. Peace, party people.